Hi, welcome back. This is the Simply Freedom Challenge. My name is Carrie, and in today's video, I'm going to talk to you about my October decluttering plan. I mentioned previous videos that I'm spending the month of October decluttering, planning, and deep cleaning. Just a little bit of each. And so I'm just going to touch on briefly what my plan is for decluttering in the month of October. The primary reason for doing some decluttering in October is I know I won't have time for it in November and December where things are just too busy. But I do want to get out some of the old stuff as we're bringing in new stuff. One example of the reason to do this is if you're having guests over, let's say you need to bake something and then you realize, okay, my baking soda is expired or I don't have any baking soda or something like that. If you can just do it in October, it helps so much later in November. So I am going to go through and declutter my expired spices and then make a list of the ones that I need to repurchase. Some of them I may not need to repurchase at all. I'm also going to look at condiments in the fridge, in the freezer, or anything that would have an expiration date on it that would be in the fridge or freezer, and then also look in the baking cabinet and see if there's anything in there that is expired and I need to repurchase. Second item that I will be decluttering is expired medications and personal care items. So we keep most of our medications in one place, and so I'm just going to real quickly look through each one, see if any of them are low, see if any of them are expired, put that on a list, toss obviously the ones that are expired, so that we won't be trying to grab for something that's not going to be working for us if we're ill. Same thing with personal care. Sometimes, you have toothpastes or things like that that have expiration dates on them. Just a quick browse through wherever you keep those to see if they've expired. Same thing would go with vitamins. We keep those in another place, and so it's good to check those. The third thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to go through my visible paper pile. I tend to have one either near the kitchen counter or on the kitchen table, and I'm just going to real quickly go through those and because it's a pile of stuff that I've been saving seemingly for later. There must be a reason, but I'm going to go through the pile and see if there's anything in there I can just go ahead and get rid of, or is there anything that just needs to go to the file cabinet, anything that needs to be shredded at this point. I'm just going to take 5 to 10 minutes to go through that paper pile. Next, I'm also going to take just a few minutes to go through our closet and our chest of drawers where we keep more clothing for myself and my husband. The kids are off at college. The girls are off at college, so I'm not going to worry about their clothes. Most of it is with them anyway. So my husband and I will just do a quick run through to see if there's anything that we no longer need. In our bedroom, I'm also going to look at our nightstands and see, are we storing stuff in there that's, that we just don't need. That's just going to take 2 or 3 minutes for each one just to see if there's anything that can go. I'm also going to look under our bathroom cabinet. Probably when I do personal care items, I'll be doing this anyway, but just what's under there. Is there anything that we're not using that we don't need, and quickly let it go. And then the final thing that I'm going to declutter this month is our kitchen cabinets. I'm also going to just do that really fast. I'm not trying to do a huge, deep decluttering session in the kitchen. I tend to not have a lot of stuff anyway, but I'm literally just going to open up each cabinet and take a look. Do you see anything in there that you're not using and you don't want to keep any longer? My guess is I'll come up with like 10 items. It won't be that much because it's not super cluttered, but that's what I'm going to do. Just spend a little bit of time, get those things out of there. For those of you that have children, I would suggest looking at your children's clothes to declutter, especially like last fall and winter clothes, or even something they may have outgrown this spring and summer. Get those clothes out of there. They're probably going to get new clothes as the seasons change. Go ahead and get the old stuff out, and do the same thing with their toys too. Sometimes you can do this for them. Sometimes they need to be helping you, or maybe you have ideas. Like I sometimes say to my kids, I see you're not using that item. Is that something that you're done with? And, a lot of times it's a no, but sometimes it's a yes. So that's my way of helping them. And it doesn't have to be a big, huge, let's take everything out of their room and see if it's all stuff they want. I mean, obviously you can do that, but if you want, I would suggest keeping it simple and just doing a real quick look around to see what do you have that might be able to be sent off for donation. And then in addition to the clothing, for you and your kids, you might also look at your fall and winter wear and see if any of the coats, gloves, hats, mittens, anything like that needs to be let go of. Don't want to be putting on gloves with holes in them, for example. So get those out of there, trash them, donate them to someone else that will use them if they're still in good shape. And of course, I think all of us, and I hope to do the same, is all my things that I come up to declutter in the month of October, I'm going to try and at the end of the month or very beginning of November, get those off to the charity that I choose to get them out of my house completely. There's one thing to declutter, but if you never take it out of your house, it's still kind of clutter. It's just corralled clutter. So that is what I'm doing in the month of October for some decluttering in preparation for the holidays. Let me know down in the comments what you are decluttering in the month of October and what ways you're preparing for the holidays this month. Thanks for joining me. See you soon. Bye.